So, who exactly is Krishna? Is he this brilliant tactician in an ancient war, a divine hero in a massive epic? Or is he the supreme godhead, the very source of all reality? Well, here's the fascinating thing. He's all of the above. And that paradox is exactly what we're going to dive into. This quote from the Bhagavad Gita really sets the stage. Whenever Dharma is suffering a decline, I emit myself into the physical world. It's basically a promise, a vow to step in and restore cosmic order whenever things go off the rails. And believe me, they were about to go way off the rails in the Mahabharata. So here's the big question, right? How can one person be a master strategist in this very human, very gritty war, and also be the supreme being for millions of people? It seems like a contradiction. Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack. We'll start by diving into the epic Mahabharata, and then we'll look at this huge theological leap that put him at the very center of a global faith. Okay, so let's set the scene. We're on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, right at the heart of the Mahabharata. It's here, in this moment of total crisis, that one of the world's most incredible philosophical texts, the Bhagavad Gita, is about to be spoken. Just picture it. Two gigantic armies are ready to go at it in a war that's going to be absolutely devastating. The tension is unbelievable. But then, the great warrior Arjuna, he looks across the battlefield and he sees his cousins, his teachers, his family, and the weight of it all just crushes him. He literally throws down his bow and says, "I can't do this." Now, to really get what's happening to Arjuna, you have to understand this one crucial concept, Dharma. And it's so much more than just duty. It's like the moral fabric of the universe, the cosmic law that holds everything together. For Arjuna, his love for his family is slamming right up against his Dharma as a warrior to fight for justice. It's an impossible choice. And this is where Krishna, as Arjuna's charioteer, steps in. And he doesn't just give him a pep talk. No, he delivers the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita. He says, look, you have to fight. It's your duty, but you have to do it without being attached to winning or losing. He reminds him that the self, the soul, that's eternal. It can't be killed. And then, to really drive the point home, he does something incredible. He reveals his infinite cosmic form, the Vishvarupa, proving his words aren't just advice, they're the truth of the entire universe. But Krishna's role is so much bigger than just this one moment. He isn't just a guide in a crisis. He's a central player, maybe the central architect of the entire Mahabharata epic. And what makes Krishna's part in all this so compelling is that he's not some distant god watching from the clouds. He's family. He's a cousin to the Pandava brothers. This makes him an intimate advisor, a friend. That personal connection makes his guidance and his interventions feel so much more real and powerful. If you look at the timeline of the whole epic, Krishna's hand is everywhere, guiding things from the very beginning. He's there when Arjuna wins Draupadi's hand in marriage, cementing that key alliance. He helps the Pandavas build their kingdom. He even goes on one last desperate peace mission. And when war finally breaks out, he takes on the role of Arjuna's unarmed charioteer, a strategist, not a soldier. And that peace mission, wow, it's a total masterclass in diplomacy. Krishna goes right into the enemy court, trying to stop this catastrophic war. He turns down all their fancy gifts, keeping himself neutral. He offers a totally reasonable peace deal, which they just laugh at. And when they try to capture him, he once again reveals his true cosmic form. The mission failed, yeah, but it proved one thing for sure. War was the only option left to restore Dharma. Okay, so we've seen Krishna as this incredible divine hero inside the story of the Mahabharata. But is that all he is? Now we're going to pivot and look at a huge shift in thinking, a shift that takes him from being a character in the story to being the source of the story itself. Right, so let's get into this fascinating theological evolution. This is where the perspective on Krishna completely transforms, from him being an incarnation of a god to being the ultimate source of everything. This slide lays it out perfectly. In the Mahabharata, the view is that Krishna is an avatar of the god Vishnu, sent down to earth to fix things. But in Krishnaism, that idea gets flipped on its head. Krishna becomes the supreme being himself, the original source of all reality, and Vishnu is just one of his many forms. It's a complete reimagining of the divine pecking order. This idea is so central, it has a specific name, Svayam Bhagavan. It literally translates to the Blessed One himself, or the original personality of Godhead. It's a declaration that Krishna isn't a copy or a manifestation. He is the original, the ultimate source. And this verse from the Bhagavata Purana, this is the mic drop. It's the cornerstone of Krishnaism. It states point blank that all the other incarnations come from the Lord, but Krishna is the original Lord, the Svayam Bhagavan. Theologians have called this the thesis statement for an entire faith, and you can really see why. It changes everything. So, if Krishna is the supreme being, what does that actually look like for his followers? Well, let's explore the incredibly vibrant and diverse world of Christianism, which is really a family of traditions, all centered on this one idea: devotion to Krishna. One thing to know is that Krishnaism isn't just one single monolithic religion. It's more like a beautiful tapestry, woven from many different independent traditions. Each one has its own unique character, but they all share that same core: a deep, profound devotion to Krishna as the supreme. And the beliefs of these traditions are built on a whole library of incredible scriptures. You've got the Bhagavata Purana, which really is like the Bible of Krishnaism, diving deep into his life. Then there are texts like the Gita Govinda, which is this gorgeous 12th century poem all about his divine love with Radha, a powerful symbol for the soul's longing for God. And this diversity is just so cool to see. Over in Bengal, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas focus on Radha and Krishna as the divine couple. In Maharashtra, the Warkari tradition worships Krishna with his wife Rukmini. And then in Assam, the Ekasarana Dharma is all about worshiping Krishna by himself. It's this incredible spectrum of devotion. But the one thing that ties all these different traditions together is the practice of bhakti. Bhakti isn't just about believing in Krishna in an abstract way. It's about having a deep, personal, loving relationship with him. And that devotion is expressed in very real ways, through music, chanting, art, service. It's a whole way of life. Which brings us full circle right back to where we started, looking at these two powerful, intertwined identities of Krishna, the legend and the Lord. So on one side of the coin, you have Krishna, the epic hero, the master strategist, the profound teacher, working within the world to uphold Dharma. And on the other side, you have Krishna, the Supreme Lord, the ultimate source of the entire universe, the focus of deep, personal, loving devotion, or bhakti, for millions. And maybe it's not a contradiction at all. Maybe it's an evolution, an understanding. It's a journey. It's kind of like falling in love with a character in a book, and then discovering that the author of the book, the author of reality itself, is that character. It's this incredible shift from seeing a character in a story to seeing the story of all reality. And that leaves us with this one amazing question to ponder. How does a character in a story become the center of the universe for millions? I think it's a testament to the incredible power of narrative, the depth of faith, and the enduring mystery of the divine. It's the paradox of Krishna, the hero who became God.